170.
Time to whet your appetite for all things to eat this weekend locally. Dallas joins us again from Victoria Food. Guys, thank you, Dallas, for being here.
Yeah, thank you. And I appreciate I'm not that familiar with ice cream outside of like our immediate area here, so I really appreciate those thoughts from the listeners. That's awesome.
Oh, it's great to have the ideas coming in. So beyond ice cream, which we all want to have as a main course meal, what are your other offerings for the weekend?
One 5-second thing too. I want to give a shout out to Capo Marta and the Block. They both have in-house ice creams that are awesome. So just a couple of restaurants locally that have some cool stuff.
Nice.
One event that's happening tomorrow that I want to touch on is Crab Fest. It's happening at Ship Point tomorrow from 11 to 10 p.m. You can get down there, get your crab boil. You know, those feature freshly harvested Dungeness crab, mussels, potatoes, and corn. They cook it on site. It's going to be a really good time if you like crab. That is where you're going to want to be, basically. The general admission to get into it is by donation, and then you can buy your crab boil once you're there, or you can pre-order it too.
And there'll be entertainment and everything too. This was born out of the pandemic, right? Because we couldn't go over to Port Angeles.
That I'm actually not sure.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was happening until just a couple of days ago. Otherwise, I would have had someone on, and we would have talked about it more. But yeah, no, it looks like an immensely cool event. I've never been, but I think it's wildly popular, and so that's happening tomorrow, and that's really cool. For as far as events going on, there are new tickets that went on sale as of Wednesday, a couple of days ago, for the Victoria Wine Festival. I talked with Dave. He said this year's is going to be the biggest one yet by far. South Africa will be the featured region of the wines offered there. It's going to be at the Victoria Conference Centre on November 6th and 7th. The tickets are $116. And so I went to this for the first time last year with Ryan. And when I think of the Wine Fest, I think of it as a real educational opportunity, because when you're there, you get to learn an incredible amount, and the average bottle price that they have there is actually quite high. So you're going to be able to try some really good stuff and get some insight into what you're trying. So I learned a tremendous amount. And especially because Rod was with us from Dork and Court.
He knows everything. He's forgotten more than we'll know about wine. One thing I like about wine festivals is, you're right, you get to taste a portion of something that you maybe, the sticker price would shock you on the bottle of wine, but at least you get to try it and make an executive decision about it. And a lot of times the winemakers on hand are highly educated. And if you ask them questions, they want to talk. They are there to talk and sell their product and educate you on the region. So it's interesting that they chose South Africa this time, because South Africa is sort of a shining example right now of countries that can put out fantastic wines and products that sometimes we just can't get. The other thing about festivals, and you may know this, sometimes it's better to buy the advance ticket or the VIP, as it were. Sometimes it's worth that ticket price, because you don't have to deal with the crowds then. Because once everybody gets in front of the table, you're having a hard time getting to the product.
Yeah, very much so. When you go to events and you're in the VIP time, it's like a whole different experience, because you can basically get into whatever you want.
Yes.
And something like Wine Fest, it's such an opportunity, the value for the money, because of everything you get to try. Like, to normally try all that stuff, to buy all of those bottles to try them, like, nobody's really ever doing that. So there's a tremendous amount of value for someone that is interested in that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. One place I want to give a shout out to, if people are going to eat out this weekend, is there's another place that is right by the radio station there, Nilu Chicken and Grill. This is the sister restaurant of Nilu that's in Royal Oak. The really cool thing that they branched out with at the location at 624 Admirals Road there is that this one has a unique identity, that it has a whole bunch of Filipino items that they've been adding to the menu. So like chicken NSL, and they have that there, but they also have Filipino spaghetti, which I haven't seen offered anywhere. So
what is
you can
that?
Get Filipino. So it's spaghetti with hot dogs in it, and the sauce is sweet. It's a noticeably sweet sauce. People will have maybe heard of Jollibees, and Jollibees is known for this. So but they're making a local version of that, and you get the Filipino spaghetti with some fried chicken as a combo. It's $18.99, and the fried chicken was actually unexpectedly good. Like, it was so moist. When I was taking my photos for Instagram, the food was sitting out for probably like 15, 20 minutes. And usually when I'm doing that, stuff can get cold. But I was amazed by how good the chicken still was, just sitting out in the open like that when I actually got into it. They also have a ton of baked items, including a creme brulee style ube chiffon cake. Really, really cool stuff. All the baking that's being done there is not overly sweet, very well rounded. And I also tried the mango cake as well. Everything that I tried on my visit, and I tried a bunch of stuff, was awesome. And that's Nilu Chicken and Grill. And if you go to the other location, then you're going to get more like Persian food. So have you guys branched out into Filipino cuisine much?
Not I, but have you, Lisa?
I've had it traditionally made, but I haven't had a restaurant like that, but something worth checking out. Dallas, we got to wrap it up.
Awesome.
I know,
Yeah,
right? It's never enough time, but we appreciate all the input on where to dine this weekend.
Yeah, thank you.